Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So for this video, I'll be doing some regression stuff, which includes the correlation coefficient and the coefficient of determination, along with getting the equation for the regression line, as well as getting some predicted values based on some values that are given. All right, so for this, I'm actually going to go over to Excel to do it because it's going to be a lot easier to show you guys how to do this in Excel. Okay, so I got my data pasted in, the same data that you see here. Okay, so first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight everything. Okay, then I'll go over to Insert up here on the ribbon. And I'm going to click on the down arrow next to the scatter plot. Okay, because I want to pick the first scatter plot here. Okay, so there's my scatter plot. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to insert my trend line. So what I'll do is I'll click on this plus right here. This little menu pops up. Put a check right next to trend line right here. Then this little arrow on the right side here, go ahead and click on that. And go down to more options because we're going to need to customize this to put more stuff up on here. Okay, so this little side panel will open up. And down here at the bottom, you want to put a check mark in these last two boxes here. So this one here is to display the equation for that trend line we just put in. And the second one will be to display R squared. And I'll explain what that stuff is in a moment here. All right, so there is the equation there. That's the equation for the trend line. R squared is your coefficient of determination. That tells you how much of the information is explainable from the data here. Okay, now to get the correlation coefficient, there's actually a function for that. It's correl. So you can type in the first few letters. Go ahead and double click. Now the format here is it's going to ask for two sets of data. Okay, now it doesn't matter what order you pick it in, but save yourself some headache here. Just go in order. There's the first set. Gonna hit comma. Type in the second set, and I can hit enter from here. Okay, so that's the correlation coefficient. Okay, that's going to tell you whether or not your data is strong or weak. And if it's positive, it's a strong positive. Weak positive, it's negative. Weak negative, strong negative. Okay, so this is your R. Correlation coefficient is R. And if we didn't do this already, what you could do is you could square this to get the coefficient of determination. Because the coefficient of determination is R squared. The value is going to come out slightly different, but it's close enough. So we'll hit equals to start the function, select the value for the correlation coefficient. Then we'll use the caret, which is shift 6, the caret there, and we'll put the number 2 in. So it's telling Excel that we want to square it. Okay, so there's our coefficient of determination right there. Okay, so pretty simple. I mean, we can get it from the scatter plot here, using that method I showed you earlier with that plus sign right here, or you can find the correlation coefficient and then square it. Either way will work. Okay, so the next thing we'll do is we'll find all the predicted values for all of these. And all we're doing is we're just using this equation here. So all these numbers here are going to be substituted into X. And if you've taken algebra 1 and or 2, you should know that this is going to be a multiplication step right here. Okay, so I'll start out with my equals. Start out with 1.562. I'm going to multiply my first number, which in this case is 9. I don't have to put the 0.0 because it's still the same number. And then I'll add the 52.086. Okay, so that's my predicted value right here. Okay, and I'm lazy, so I'm just going to drag this down because I got 3 more to do. So all I'll do is I'll edit this number right here, the 9. So B here, X is 10. Okay, so you can see the number changed. Okay, now for the next one, I'm going to use 14 instead of 9. And the last one here, I'm going to use 10.5. Alright, and there's my 4 predicted values using the regression line equation given here. And that's pretty much it. Let me just recap really quick. To insert a scatter plot, you want to go ahead and highlight all your data, just like so. We're going to go to insert on the ribbon up here. Under charts, you want to look for the scatter plot. And if you're not sure where it is, you can actually hit this little button in the corner of the charts section. What'll happen is it'll open all this small window. You can click on all charts, and you can look for XY scatter here, and you can select, we want this one here, not the first one, but the second one. You click on OK. This little scatter plot will pop up. Then you will go ahead and click on this little plus sign here. Click on that little check box there to add a check mark for trend line. Go over to this arrow here, click on it, click on more options, and make sure these 2 boxes are checked, these last 2 here. Okay, once that's done, you can close it. That's it for the scatter plot. Then you can go ahead and do the correlation coefficient if you need it. And you can use the regression line equation to get your predicted values here. Alright guys, well that's pretty much it for this one. Not really much for the regression stuff. So thanks for checking out this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you for the next one.